Hey guys, welcome back. It's Lucid, and we got another turn. This is going to be a little different. We did not get attacked this turn as the TLDR. I've got 25 minutes to the game hosts, and I need somebody to talk to. Figure out if this is all going to work out kind of okay. I'll go through these real quick. We got a Sunken Galley. We put up Tower of Heaven. We snipe. Okay, we found an underwater conch and a monstrous... an underwater cliff and a monstrous conch. I believe that's an Earth and a Nature gem. We snipe another one of these guys. And we found a Kelp Fortress where we already built a fortress. God damn it, I hate it when that happens. Still a Nature gem, but if only we could have had another fort. And then we cast Dark Knowledge, don't find anything. I think that was it. Okay. TLDR, nobody attacked. We pinged a bunch of things. Okay, well, he attacked underwater, and he did it twice, and he lost all his stuff twice. It's not really a big deal for him to lose a bunch of undead. It's like, I don't know, 15 death gems. Sure, he doesn't care that much. Pelagia pings us here. It's a very random spot. I think they had a scout go crazy. And that's basically what is going on. We ping over here. He's got Marble Lions because, of course, he does. Actually, I can't remember what you get these from. I think there's a spell. He attacks here where we just had PD. And then he attacks here again underwater and dies. So that's basically it. The thing is, and this is why I didn't want to spend much time on the actual like happenings of the turn, is the whole thing is everybody's about to attack me. We've got Pelagia moving a force in. Now, this force is aquatic. These Pearl Warriors are aquatic, and the Knights of the Deep are aquatic. And it looks like there's a bunch of aquatic connections, but not really. You know, this connects up to land, this connects to land, this connects to land. Most of these are land connections. He can zip over here and attack me on this fort too. You know, which is possible he does. I think some of these things here, like the Pearl Mages, are amphibious. But what is much more likely, in my opinion, is he just brings them down here and then from here attacks up. So I think we've got one more turn. It's also possible he moves and patrols, so we're going to go and ping him so we can see what he's doing. That's old news, though. What is this? Old Rlyeh's attacking Krieg. Oh, that's no new news. The important things are that, well, Erythia didn't attack, and we're sniping their commanders. So anyway, that's annoying. The elves didn't attack, and we didn't mess with them, so maybe they'll leave us alone. They didn't attack here either, and this force hasn't increased at all. What is significant is Kailasa has moved into position, and this threatens one of these provinces up here. And who knows, there's maybe some other place I haven't seen. The other thing is Kailasa has seen this, and Kailasa and Pelagia, they're all in this together, all right? They've probably got a group chat set up, and they're probably all sitting there, you know, stroking each other's you-know-what while they plan what they're going to do. And this is scary. This is what I had prepared for Erythia if he came in. All of this with mass flight would have murdered Erythia. Now, Erythia hasn't come in, and that's a little bit saddening. And I'm about to do something you shouldn't do, which is called split your forces in the faces of the enemy. The problem is, this army from Kailasa is water breathing. So it can go and raid underwater, which would be very annoying. And we could maybe kill it, do something, but I don't really want to have to be chasing a big fucking army around. Because the whole reason I can defend an empire this big right now is because I can defend it through choke points. So I'm really inclined to keep them from getting past my choke points. Which sadly what that means here is I had to PD dump. I chose to PD dump this. And we're going to be splitting this army here to come up this way. What my assumption is that Erythia is not going to want to come into turn 1 mass flight with 120 crossbowmen into this. And assuming they've shared the scouting report, nothing's going to happen here. Now, I'm still patrolling, and we're going to patrol with a fair amount of stuff. But importantly, we're sending most everybody up here. Or not most everybody, a lot of people, right? We're doing Aerofin, Fog Warriors. You know what I can do? I can actually do Fog Warriors turn 1, which I actually want to do. Aerofin is mostly so I don't sap my own guys, because we're bringing a few Bows of War, which are pretty good against Kailasa. Wait, where are you? Fog Warriors. Stupid fucking monkeys. Aerofin. God, I want some wins on the board for killing big armies. I need it. Every time I get coalitioned like this, it's what I feed on. I literally feed on it. And having these losses like we had against Jotunheim are very painful. Okay, this will be fine, but we're going to need to bring in... Actually, we just need one of these. We don't really need that much. Make sure this guy's here at the back. Yeah, that should work. And we've got mass protection coming down. The idea I've seen is Bless. It's a bunch of resistances, 2 strength, Spirit Sight, and magic weapons. So Fog Warriors isn't really going to work well. Mass protection will work good. I'm a little worried he's going to foul vapors me too, so I want to get this up nice and early. Yeah, I don't have any more crystal matrices to throw on him. But yeah, and then we're going to be doing Light of the Northern Star and then a bunch of protections of the Void. The thing is, if we stun them, then they can't like dodge with defense. We're also getting off of fanaticism kind of early, and we've got a fair amount of mind blasters for only bringing in like 100-something dudes. That's one layer of defense, is we're just going to defend this. The second thing is we are targeting him with we have 3 of these Hunter of the Void Trapahedrons right now, and we're going to target them all on this thing, because if we kill the guy who has the Sea King's Goblet, well, the army will drown. So we're just going to do that every turn, which is going to be a very big problem for land nations trying to get underwater versus me. Good fucking luck. That is part of our endeavor. And this part I don't feel very comfortable about. What we're leaving behind here, if he comes and attacks, is... So here's the thing. He has Spirit Sight, so I don't need to bring my Darkness Caster. Though he could do Life After Death. I would have loved to have had another guy. But we're going to go ahead. This guy's doing Darkness here. We're still doing turn 1 Mass Flight with one of the Selkies. So that's going to happen. Some Air Elementals. And anyway, that's the plan. We'll hold this. We're not really defending this. In fact, we're defending it kind of badly enough that we only have 10 PD here. I think we're just going to lose these guys if we defend. So I think we're actually going to switch them to research. These over in our inventory too. I've had to alchemize a lot of things into pearls this turn. 1 second. All right, sorry, I had one of my trading partners say they weren't going to do business with me anymore. Very, very sad. We're going to be raiding this back. We've got a few water elemental casters in these dudes. And then what we're going to do is we're going to... 1 second, he's talking to me. All right, sorry, we're back. I'm going to explain why I'm in position 1, but not by that much. Because, like, if you look at it, provinces, okay, we're way ahead, but, like, we're not much bigger than we were 10 turns ago. We're not really growing anymore. And provinces in and of itself, okay, yes, this is a very fucking scary graph, but it's a means to income and gems. And for income, we're, like, barely ahead of Kailasa, right? For gems, we're pretty far ahead, but this doesn't show that Ken Gobi is actually probably like right up here with gems, because he's got all this cheating hidden gem income. And research, we're not number 1. Anyway, Dominion we are, but that's because we've been preaching. And army size, we're number 2. So anyway, there's other big scary nations, and people need to worry about the one closest to us. So anyway, that's that. Okay, so what are the other things that we're doing? Well, we are magic phasing some thugs in. This guy... is going after these guys. Because one of the things Utgard has done, Jotunheim has done, which I will call fucking up, it might not have been fucking up, is he has exposed a bunch of his armies to magic phase attacks without mage support. Like, if there are a bunch of, Skelly spam mages, we'd be in trouble. But there's not. So this one we're going to magic phase our god on. This is Prophet. And his Prophet can spam Smite and some other things, so we're a little cautious about that. So there's that. We're sending our god on this, and I don't actually have a scout report, but it looks mostly like just these dudes, but there could be mages. Maybe this one isn't safe. This one we could send a star spawn on, but it has these long dead giants. I'll show you this one. Problem with this one is we're going to do Soul Vortex and some other things. And he's also got these javelins, which will fucking hurt. And they're going to hit pretty early. And there's barbs here in this province too. Yeah, I don't want to do on that one. I think we'll do this one. I mean, the worst that happens is we die, but I've got... The guy that's going in is Twiceborn, so if he dies, it's not a huge deal. This is the kit I've come up with, and a fair number of gems. We'll put a water gem on him too, for good measure. And what's important is he's not on conservative gem use, because we need him to use extra gems to get through this script without... He's going to fatigue out by the end of this script. Decent chance he dies. Decent chance he kills a bunch of them, but basically the idea is he's going to chop them all to pieces. He's going to have invulnerability, they don't have magic weapons. He's going to have ghost form, they don't have magic, and he's just going to go chop, 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 chop. So should be okay. Skelly spam is again what he's not going to be very happy about. I think he can still time out Skelly spam because they don't have magic weapons, but it's not ideal. He's got a ring of regen and some attack gear. So that's that. He's teleporting over there. We're also teleporting a guy on top of one of TNG's armies here. And basically it's going to be this dude. And this kit is basically an Aerofend amulet, a ring of regen, mirror armor, just because I don't want him to fatigue out. He's going to do earth power. So he'll be fatigue neutral, but barely. If I put the heavier armor on him, he would probably take less damage, but anyway, I think this is fine. And yeah, he's basically just going to do summon earth power, jump in. He has morale issue, so it's very possible he runs from a morale issue. I'm making a fire hat this turn, and we need more fire hats. But that's how it's going to roll. So we're magic phasing here and here and here. And this spot, which is really tough, my god is coming to. So it's possible he moves this army here, and we end up having 2 fights. And it's possible this army moves here, and we have 2 fights here. And there's a decent chance this guy can handle both fights. So we'll see. But that should protect this fort going up. And I think that's mostly it. It's just me and Lemuria left. I don't know if you can see the thing at the bottom. So we probably have to hit in turn because I don't want to be last. But anyway, that's that. Yeah, I think that's what's happening. So I don't know. Game's getting hard. But yeah, we're also, the other thing I guess worth mentioning is we're 3 turns away from Alt 8. And once Alt 8 happens, they can suck it. They can suck it real hard. We could afford to lose some big fights and come back from it and still be in a good spot. Because once we hit Alt 8, I'm really pretty confident things are going to go in our favor. But until then, it will be a little bit tricky. And we'll just have to see what happens. But I'm pretty sure they're all attacking this turn. We're probably going to get elfed this turn. We've got our elf defenses up, but I don't know if it's going to be sufficient. Probably should put these guys here too. I think what we'll do is this. I want to get the morale penalty. On attack rear, okay. So I think that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully we get to see all of the defenses in work. And it's going to be a shit show, but hopefully it's not a shit show I get shat on. If you feel me. I think I've got all my items. Oh no, I've got a hammer we've got to deploy. Let's see if we can find an earth mage who needs honest employment. I thought there was one over here. Okay, we'll put this on him. Save the gem. And I think that's it. I've spent probably 2 hours or more on this turn now. More time than that thinking about it. It's going to be a tricky one. It's going to be a real tricky one. Oh, I needed to make another hat. But I don't have any pearls. I want to make a Starshine skull cap. I can't remember what I made these boots for either. Oh, this was for part of this kit of getting the Fire Mage underwater. I think what we're going to do, and I don't have the gems for it right now, is we're going to do Become Dragon on him. And he'll just be able to fly underwater. But that will be a hot second, because he's going to be very important for killing Jotunheim. So anyway, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining me, as always, and I will see you all next time.